RG, I'm Ty Albright for KIX 102.5.
We'll see some clouds today, maybe some rain late in the afternoon with highs in the low 70s. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a low near 35. Sunshine in upper 50s for Saturday. Breezy, cloudy 63 for Sunday. Still a chance of rain for Monday. Windy as well with highs nearing 65.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing a lot of clouds over the 4 states.
50 in Sarcoxy, 49 in Pittsburgh, 51 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge. Here's Carrington from Carthage.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, Carrington. And if you'd like your kids or your class group or whomever to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to the Morning KIX page on the KIX website. Click on the button there to find out how to upload your audio.
We're a little over 15 minutes away from your first chance of the day to guess and win the secret sound.
All you have to do is be caller number 5 at 720. Tell us what the sound is, and all of the money is yours.
Here's Chase Beckham
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
So, yeah, come here. Let me show you who Google says was in REO Speedwagon. Okay?
You're over here dying?
Yes. Okay. First off, we have that, which is not true.
Member.
And he's just
member.
piano, yeah. We have him.
Brian May, yeah.
But then we have this. No, that's accurate. Larry the Cable Guy.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. Larry the Cable Guy, REO Speedwagon. I want to know what he did.
It's because you can't believe what you read on here. Where do you, I don't know.
Google it with the two names together. A lot of members.
Yeah, it's not accurate.
He performed with them, see?
He performed with them at a Get Her Done Foundation concert.
He's a member.
No, he is not.
Victorville.
So, in other words, if you ever did a show together with them in Victorville,
Then you are...
a member. He is also Ron White and Jeff Foxworthy, it says here.
He's all of them at
He's
once.
all of them. Good gosh.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Sorry you had to walk in on that, kids, but your mother's going through a change. This happens to all women at some point in their lives. So,
What are you trying to say?
are you their mother? Victorville.
Welcome, children. Come sit down.
Change your name to Bacillus.
Bacillus.
Carthage.
Cathod. There's Candy Jan.
Yay, Candy Jan.
Candy Jan. Go run. You've got time to greet her. Go say hi. It'll mean a lot to her. Is there a hint yet? Well, there will possibly be one up this weekend if no one guesses the sound today. Or maybe there's one already. Who knows? Or maybe there won't be one till Monday. No, I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure we're going to put one up this weekend if there's no winner today. Candy Jane, good morning. Oh, I love your shirt. You got one. Is that one that we gave you, or did you have that?
So she emailed me earlier this week and said, here's that song Candy Jan can, in case you lost it. And I'm like, we haven't lost it. That's like #1 on our list.
Let's see. March is Month Madness, so with my kindness, look at what I found. It makes a crazy sound. Your pet might be a girl or boy. I got them a new chew toy. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jan! That's awesome. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. Yeah. Thank you. That's so cute. Actually, my husky, he tore the ligament in his knee. Our first night in our new house, he was so excited, dove off of the back porch to go run around, do a lap in the backyard. And then next thing you know, he's limping and holding his leg up. And so we took him to the vet and Poor
Neck
guy.
has been bandaged.
That's awesome. Thank
you so much.
Yes. For Bella.
Bella.
For Bella.
Maybe this will help her get over her whole bump.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
She has her signed pick. Wow. Oh, yes. Oh, I don't even have to wrap the black paper off of this one.
This
That's
is really
too much
cute
effort.
paper. Where did you get this? I like that.
Uh,
Thank you. You're
Thank
so
you so
thoughtful,
much.
Jan.
I saw those Reese's toys. Gotta get them for their dogs.
Mm-hmm. So what are you doing this weekend? Big plans? Yeah.
The next 3 weeks are going to be just murder.
When do you start driving back and forth to Springfield? Is it next week?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. And then I stay the night down there Saturday and Sunday, and then I drive back the next 2 weeks. I get Monday off, and then Tuesday, Thursday of that first week of April.
Mm-hmm.
The second week of Monday,
Good gracious.
back here playing on Sunday.
That sounds exhausting.
Yep.
Busy,
I
busy.
want to really be diving through the Geritol. Tell me about it. She got those from Mel. I said you ought to hand them to him and say, suck on this.
Jan's too nice for that.
I know. I'll do it.
And he'll believe that. He'll be like, oh, I know.
Well, you guys have
Thank you, Jan. You're so awesome.
Have a great weekend. Take care.
I'm going to keep this for myself.
Why would you? It's so crinkly.
I wonder, Bella's afraid of anything that makes noise like this.
Oh, really?
She, bubble wrap or anything, she runs out of the room. Yeah, which is crazy. I'd like her to be able to enjoy bubble wrap like the rest of normal creatures.
Candy Jan makes Fridays epic. She does. She's so sweet.
But if I could get her to play with this and realize
Did you see that note?
that. Yep.
I'll have to get some pictures of the dogs playing with them.
She's going to go broke buying stuff for us.
I know. I hope she knows she doesn't have to.
We need to do something nice for her. Next time we have a
should.
get together or something, we need to make a pointed effort to make sure she's there.
Yeah, I agree.
Like give her your new house or something like that.
She just got a new house. I'm
right,
sure
so
she doesn't
can
want
sell
mine.
yours and pay off her.
Oh, okay.
Next time we talk to her, tell her, we're going to give you Jen's house.
All right, here we go. 7 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 7-Eleven.
Clouds and rain maybe this afternoon. Highs in the low 70s. It's 51 in Joplin.
So we're having trouble talking today. I had trouble. Mine was justifiable. I almost said Randy and Jan because our favorite person in the whole wide world, Candy Jan, just came by and brought us some really nice presents, which is why we like, one of the reasons we like Friday so much is because we get to see Candy Jan.
She makes them so special for
Yeah,
us.
she does,
She really
so.
does.
Love Jan. Hey, your chance to make Friday special for you in a way that doesn't involve that woman named Linda is coming with the secret sound in just 9 minutes.
We've got your chance to win some cash.
Which you could use for that woman named Linda.
Randy!
I don't
stop
know.
it.
Who am I to judge?
Here's Jason Aldean.
On KIX 102.5. Victorville.
Victorville.
So, can I play that for him?
Please do.
Okay, so you'll know what we're laughing about.
Wait a minute. Keith already went to his new home? It doesn't seem like the puppies are old enough to leave yet. They're puppies.
Oh. I'm like, what?
Not. We're talking about puppies.
No, we're not. We're talking about Victorville. So, hold on.
I was done after that.
Yes, she was. She was done long before that, actually. Let's be honest. Okay, 322.
I do really like this paper. I don't know why.
This was earlier. Let me get this going here. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for Riverside, California have now arrested Samuel Pasilas, who is the pastor of a church in Victorville, alleging that he paid nearly $40,000 to have his daughter's boyfriend shot in a murder-for-hire plot last year.
The boyfriend.
It is funny.
It is funny.
It is funny. It is funny. You know, death and murder. It is funny. Victorville. So she lost it over me. Number one, saying Pasilas instead of Pasilla. And then, because I am Spanish, you know. And then Victorville, I did that because I was thrown by the name Pasilla. It's like a chain reaction.
Just
almost like diarrhea or the walking parts.
Oh my gosh. I was just dying. And I was trying so hard. I was like,
hard
get
enough.
it together, Jen.
Not hard
I was like,
enough.
no, it's not
Unlike
happening.
Linda, she did not try hard enough. Victorville.
Oh, Victorville.
So now we're just doing that. Anytime something goes wrong, Victorville.
Victorville. Mama's like, I done. We're not doing this no more.
Oh, Candy Jan does make Fridays epic. She is amazing. I can't believe I have a friend like her. How many of you work at a place where somebody nice like that just brings you presents once a week? It's almost like you have a birthday once a week or something. Smells kind of farty. I don't believe that's a real deal.
What kind of a phrase is
You
that?
can tell that story.
So,
So Jen has the deal, you know, where you can get a screenshot of your mail. They send to you. They email you. My wife has this too,
Yeah.
and she can see what the actual envelopes and what's on the front of them and everything.
so one of the letters that we got is allegedly concerning our recent mortgage.
Yeah.
And
Get ready. You're going to be influx because they put you on every sales list available to
Of course they
mankind
do.
when you do a secondary market loan.
it says that this is time sensitive and we need to call them, and that our authentication phrase is innocent banana garter.
I used to own 4 of those.
Excuse me?
Innocent banana garter. Victorville.
Victorville. Morning, Tiffany. No, little babies is eating and drinking. Mama says, I done. Well, good job, Pumpkin.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, what a way to start the morning.
So we've got the morning KIX challenge at 7:50. Yeah, the Victorville version of the challenge. And today we're doing the gambler we've decided to do. So
Maybe we should just do the gambler from now on until people understand the significance of the gambler to our culture as a whole.
I think we ought to just play the gambler.
We'll just play the gambler.
Gambler 102.5.
I mean, every song wants to be the gambler anyway.
Have Kenny Roger days. Dude, don't take your love to town. That's not as good of a song as the gambler, as we all know.
Megan says no gargle.
Right, Megan?
No gargle. That's
Doesn't
right.
like the gargle.
She's not the only one.
Your mom doesn't either.
Neither does your mom's face.
No, it's not.
Okay, what?
Yeah, I know. It's got its own tail. Design flaw. Design flaw.
Oh, my Lanta. Okay, and it just keeps tearing back and forth now.
So, well, even I've got a great idea for packaging.
Victorville.
What's the name of the guy who designed these? Bestsellers. At the Victorville plant. There's been a crossbow recall, Megan. I'm sure you'll find this interesting. Thousands of the Raven brand crossbows are being recalled because they can discharge unexpectedly, much like your Uncle Earl.
Oh.
According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, approximately 13,300 sold in the United States are affected. They were sold at stores nationwide over the last couple of years for between $2,000 and $4,000.
Those are expensive.
Immediately stop using the crossbow. This is thy crossroad report for thine day, good citizen. I'm not sure I'm comfortable knowing there's some 13,300 people out there ready to storm the castle.
Here you go, 5 seconds. You ready? Seek a sound.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see some clouds today, maybe some rain in the afternoon. Highs right around 70. It's 51 in Joplin.
You ready to win some cash?
Yes, I am.
It is your chance to win $377.50 with the KIX 102.5 secret sound.
If you can tell us, what is this sound? What you thinking? What is it?
623-1025. Be caller number 5 and tell us and win all that money.
From the 4 states #1 for cash. He didn't save it again.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 1.
Beep. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 2.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller 3.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 4.
Hi, Morning KIX. Who is this? Hello, who is this? Okay. Hi there, Morning KIX. Who is this? What's your name? Oh, I got in. Click. Okay, that person should not be operating a car. Hi there.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, people. Slow down. Calm down. Pull the car over. Hi there, Morning KIX. Who is this? Julie, where are you from? Julie, we can barely hear you. Could you speak up a little bit or get closer to your phone? Yes.
Julie from Parsons.
You are caller number 5.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
All right, Julie, it's your chance to win the cash, $377.50.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
She says shuffling cards.
For $377.50, that is not it.
We're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Julie, making it $402.50.
And give you another chance with MJ at 11:20. Thanks, Julie.
Jackpot, Julie.
Jackpot, Julie.
Jackpot, Julie.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh, Adobe just crashed. Oh, boy. I haven't seen this in a long time. It's that whole shutting down eye thing, you know?
No.
Let's hope that it comes back. Please do a continue. And immediately we go and highlight all of that file and copy the new and close the corrupted one. Corrupted. It was when I tried to get rid of your... Thanks, Julie.
Of course it was.
Because it's at the end of the file. Now, fixed it.
It's good now?
Well, I mean, I'm not done editing it, but the file is good.
Okay, I've got a Zimmer kerosene that I can throw in here if we need to. By time. We're good still? Okay. We've got a minute and a half anyway.
Good to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I were to keep tearing this, it would be like that string on the sweater when you pull it and it just keeps unwinding it. It would just, before long, I'd have no bag left. It would just keep ripping and ripping and ripping.
Be like, Jen ain't got a brand new bag.
Morning flitter flocker. That was hilarious. Oh, I got through.
What the heck? And I guarantee you that's them calling.
Panic. They're like, what do I do? What would I do with my hands?
Hang up the phone. Oh, wait, no,
Wait, no.
that's a bad idea. It's like, don't cut the red wire.
Cuts the red wire.
Yeah, click. Magruder! Victorville. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the secret sound. Julie from Parsons.
You are caller number 5.
Awesome.
All right, Julie, it's your chance to win the cash, $377.50.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
Is it shuffling cards?
She says shuffling cards.
For $377.50, that is not it.
All right.
We're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Julie, making it $402.50.
And give you another chance to win with MJ at 1120.
Okay, thank you.
Victorville. See? It works.
Jackpot, Julie.
Calamity Jane. Jackpot, Julie and Calamity. It sounds like a 1960s Western. Jackpot.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's like ASMR with the dog chew toy.
Yeah. Not for the dog, probably.
I'm very impressed with Julie, though. The fact that she can get in all the time.
Yep, that's the same one. I think she's won before.
I don't know. I feel like probably, yeah.
I like to see I love it when people like Tiffany win. The ones that really invest the time and effort when that pays off. I like to see that. I'm like, right, if you put the energy in, there should be some reward payoff for that. And I really believe there will be for, like, especially Tiffany. I've never seen anybody do a more concerted effort towards the secrets. She's like the secret sound pro. Now, I will say, the guy Nam, is his name Nam?
Yes.
From Mount Vernon. Or, I think he's from Mount Vernon. That guy, I don't know what his method is, but he has won like 4 times. There's another guy from Carl Junction who has won. So they've got something. And Nam will get in multiple times to guess. Mm-hmm. So he has something about that he understands about the whole call process. And he's an older guy. I mean, so...
Times it out, maybe?
I think so. I think some of these guys get the whole 5th caller thing. I think part of people's failing with the secret sound is they focus a lot on the on-air part of it. The sound, the guessing the sound, figuring that all out and everything. But they forget about the whole call-in challenge. You still have to be caller 5. That's probably a good 30% of the challenge is getting in and being the correct caller.
Good morning, John Williard.
Morning, John.
It's another reason why you're the number 1 morning show station in the 4 states.
Which Victorville?
Victorville.
You didn't hear that break, John.
Oh,
so
bless. Yeah.
We played it for everyone just a few minutes ago. So I was just reading over John Williard's scripts a moment ago.
Yeah.
The guys at Country Brand Hooks are getting ready to send him some really, really awesome stuff for Secret Sound.
Yeah. Those are going to be great.
So don't botch it up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's impossible. John doesn't have mouth farts like I do. Victorville.
Victorville.
Bacillus.
It's like, what?
So the Morning KIX Challenge is about 30 minutes from now. So you still have a chance to win going into the weekend. We've got your pizza from Simple Simon's Pizza that we're giving away. Plus Jen's movie rehab assignments 3 minutes from now.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. You forgot the... And then we're going to be talking about, ready? The most Superman, the most boring fact about you. The most boring fact about you. I have earlobes. So we want to know what is the most boring fact about you. And before you say, well, it must be this, you really need to step back and examine, is that the most boring fact? Maybe you think Richard Marx was in REO Speedwagon. That might
even. The emphasis
John,
on the wrong.
hey.
That's exactly what he said, John.
Yeah. So, hey, John, she thought Richard Marx was in REO Speedwagon.
That's what Google said. And the songs that I know from Richard Marx are
Google
REO Speedwagon
also
songs.
says that Larry the Cable Guy is in REO Speedwagon.
He kind of is.
And Brian May. So, come on. Hey, listen, Jen, REO Speedwagon.
It's not REO Speedwagon. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, so what is going on into the news, ladies and gentlemen? Mama. So there is a new thing called the restaurant reservation fee. Have you heard about this? So as consumer industry and services try to gouge you at every turn possible, not only are they now requiring tips and setting tips, pre-setting tips for you on a lot of your bills and a lot of your higher-end restaurants, but now some restaurants are charging anywhere from $25 to $50 a person for a reservation. If you show up, the money is applied to your bill. If you don't show up, or if someone in your party doesn't show up, you lose that person's deposit. What? So I wanted to know what you guys think about this. What do you think? Because I've got my own opinion here, but that's my opinion. So Brian Warrener, who's a professor at the College of Hospitality Management at Johnson & Wales University, says the tactic has proved to work better than adjusting the price of food to offset lost service or lost revenue from service from reservations that are met and not kept. Says when a big party cancels or only partially shows up to the table, it can lead to food waste and excessive spending on labor costs because of servers not having enough work for the evening. It all adds up to a substantial hit on the restaurant's revenue. I don't get, how is it food waste, though? I mean, if they're not preparing food, nobody orders, how does that lead to food waste? Arby's is just going to be intolerable when they start doing this. Next will come the minimum food order. You must eat this much food to dine here, which will never be a problem for me. But what do you think about the reservation thing? Wasn't he? Wasn't who? I'm seeing that comment late, I feel like. So, if you're wondering what I think, which who is really, I think this is a good idea. If they were taking that restaurant reservation fee and just keeping it without applying it to your bill, I would have an issue. But if I make a reservation, I think it's just common courtesy to be able to follow up. And I'm more than willing to put a deposit down for the privilege of having my table kept for me. Especially anybody who's ever tried to get a table in a restaurant on a Friday or Saturday night here in Joplin. It's really, really difficult. You can wait as much as an hour and a half in a lot of our nicer restaurants. And then if you try to go to a place like Wilder's, if you have not got a reservation, you're not getting in probably. So, and for the people who make those reservations and then blow them off, I get that that's lost revenue for the restaurant. That's a waste. They've turned down other business they could have had. So, yeah, there ought to be some sort of recompense for them on that. I think. Bye, Sarah. Oh, Larry the Cable Guy. I got you. Yeah, he's saying, what is it, 523 Oceanside Boulevard or whatever, that one? You think it's ridiculous, Megan? She thinks it sounds ridiculous. So we were going to assign Jen. I thought about assigning her a baseball movie this weekend since opening day is next weekend or next Thursday. But we looked up Major League. I was going to do Major League, but it's difficult to find a place to stream it. You can't stream it for free unless you own Cinemax. For some reason, all of these movies that we're wanting to watch here lately have been on Cinemax. So we decided not to do that. I was like, I don't want to pay $4 for Major League. So instead, and she's really, really been wanting to watch this movie, we're deciding to assign her Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon and Robin Williams. So I don't think she'll like it as much as she thinks she's going to. I think she will, but she really thinks this is going to be an amazing movie, and I don't know why. But so we talked about the reservation fee thing. So it's getting to where it's being a deal in restaurants where they're charging a like $40 or $50 deposit per person, or a $25 to $50 deposit per person for a reservation. And if you show up, it's applied to your bill. If you don't, then you're out that money.
Right.
And seeing what they thought about it. Megan doesn't like it. She thinks it sounds ridiculous. I think it's justifiable.
Well, if they're going to set something aside for you, they're out that money if you don't show up.
Right. That's what we were saying. And if it helps encourage restaurants, there's some restaurants here in town, some of the nicer ones, that will not take reservations. You just have to show up and stand and do the whole sit in the lobby thing, or stand outside, which I won't do that. If it's more than 10 to 15 minutes, I will not do it.
Really?
No. There's nowhere that is that good to eat. Maybe it's because Gina knows how to cook. I don't know.
Oh.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 735.
We'll see clouds today. Maybe some rain late in the afternoon with highs in the low 70s. It's 51 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at 4 states news and weather in just about 25 minutes. Plus, we've got your chance to win your pizza for the weekend from Simple Simon's Pizza.
That's with the Morning KIX Challenge at 7:50 or 7:50, just 15 minutes away.
All you have to do is figure out whatever we're doing for the Morning KIX Challenge, which, by the way, today we're going to be playing The Gambler.
Which is science, I think, at this point.
It is. It's proof that all music secretly desires to become the song The Gambler. They're all working towards that. And The Gambler is the originational foundation for all of music.
So we're going to play The Gambler and your chance to win some free pizza from Simple Simon's Pizza in about 14 minutes.
Of course, it's Friday. That means it's time for another assignment for... And this is where we assign a movie to Jen to watch over the weekend, because before she came to KIX, she kept her eyes closed and screamed whenever she was in a theater.
So I'm being rehabilitated. So every Friday you assign me a movie to watch. I watch over the weekend, come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and let you know what I thought about it.
So it's crazy, the movies that she has never seen. The rest of us, all these ones that are common knowledge and we all know and get the references to, she just sits there with drool on her chin.
I'm working on it. I'm getting better.
I mean... that had nothing to do with the movie. You just sit there with drool on your chin.
Thank you so much.
So this weekend, we thought we would assign her the movie Good Will Hunting, because she's been wanting to see this for a long time.
I'm aware of it, but I don't really know what it's about.
Like 40 years she's been wanting to watch this. So it's a 1989 drama. That's when it came out. Written by and starring Matt Damon as Will Hunting, who has genius-level IQ but chooses to work as a janitor at MIT. So... when he solves a difficult graduate-level math problem, his talents are discovered by Professor Gerard Lambeau, played by Stellan Skarsgård, who decides to help the misguided youth reach his potential. So when he's arrested for attacking a police officer, Professor Lambeau makes a deal to get leniency for him if he will get treatment from therapist Sean McGuire, played by Robin Williams.
Oh, okay.
And most of the movie is about the sessions between the Robin Williams character and the Matt Damon character.
Is he proving that Will Hunting is good? It's good Will Hunting?
I guess. Matt Damon, by the way, this is kind of interesting. He started writing that film as a final assignment for a playwriting class he was taking at Harvard University, where he's a graduate from.
Oh, no right, that's cool.
And instead of writing a one-act play like he had been assigned, he ended up submitting a 40-page script for the class, which turned out to be Good Will Hunting. He said the only scene, though, from the script that survived, he says, and it survived verbatim, was the one where Will Hunting meets his therapist, Sean McGuire, for the first time. Very famous scene.
Okay, cool.
So he asked Ben Affleck, of course, to help him because apparently those two are unable to exist without each other. And they developed the screenplay together, and they completed it. And at first, it was written as a thriller about a young man in the rough and tumble streets of South Boston who possesses a superior intelligence and is targeted by the government with a heavy-handed recruitment.
Sounds like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, but somehow that did not become a thing.
So where do I watch it?
You can watch it in most of your streaming platforms, but unfortunately, the only place you can watch it for free is Max. So if you have a subscription to that, otherwise you're going to pay $4 to watch it. It's rated R. You probably shouldn't let the kids watch it. A lot of language, some violence.
All right, so I'm going to watch.
They will go to sleep within the first 10 minutes of it. I swear your kids will be bored to tears by this movie.
I'm excited for this one. So I'm going to watch Good Will Hunting over the weekend, and then I'll come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, let you know what I thought about it.
With Jen's Movie Rehab.
On the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. I don't think you're going to like it as much as you think.
Really?
I may be wrong, and I probably am. It's probably exactly the kind of movie you'll like, but
I don't know why it surprised me that his name was Will Hunting. That did not dawn on me at all.
Which is a weird name. Why Will Hunting?
Will you go hunting?
Yeah, it's like a
don't
question. Will hunting?
Will Hunting?
I don't think that's a verb. Hunting's not a verb. Will hunt.
Will Hunt. Oh. In Victorville.
Victorville.
Okay, what are we doing here? Can you just get it together? Have a great weekend, Sarara.
So Reddit has asked, what does your crazy neighbor do to be labeled the crazy neighbor?
Crazy Nabel.
Nabel? Victorville. So, crazy neighbor stories. We've got these. We do these occasionally. We've got a whole topic around crazy neighbor. Said, what did your crazy neighbor do to be labeled a crazy neighbor? She dug up my fancy flowers and replanted them in her own yard 15 feet away.
No.
This guy says he used to put up handmade signs in his front yard complaining about stuff other people on the street did.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've ever been in South Central Missouri, and we used to live not too far from this guy, right at the junction of Highway 160 and 63, there is a big interchange. And that's where the highways diverge. One goes east over to Poplar Bluff, and the other one goes south to Arkansas. So at that convergence, when that was made at that exchange, they also made the highway south of there 4-lane all the way to West Plains. Up to that point, it had been a 2-lane highway to that point. That's where the Highway 60 and 63 converged, and that's where it became a 4-lane. Up to that time, from that point south all the way down to Arkansas, it was all just 2-lane highway. Now, most of it is 4-lane, some of it 3-lane. So when that happened, the guy who, if you'll notice, the highway splits around a farmhouse and a barn there.
Okay.
This guy went on this campaign against MoDOT and the eminent domain, right? Because they claimed they put the northbound highway, the new 4-lane, they put the northbound lanes right through the middle of his alfalfa field. Well, he fought them tooth and nail on this for over 10 years. 5 years before the construction, 5 years after, and lost, of course. You can't fight City Hall, right? I mean, we all live in a communist society pretty much. But he lost. But he painted the sign of his barn with messages constantly about what they were doing to him. So it was constantly changing the signs of what was going on. He would keep everyone updated with those signs. And eventually he put a billboard up there that he could paint in addition to the barn. Some of those, I think, are still there. Some of the paint is still legible. So this made me think of that. So Reddit asked, what does your crazy neighbor do? For over 2 years, he had 15 mops hanging on the side of his deck. Maybe that was a design thing.
Yeah.
Drove his Harley from inside his house out the front door and crashed. He brings home roadkill to feed to his 10 dogs. They got to eat something. My upstairs neighbor unscrewed my doorknob while I was making breakfast. You mean like as a favor, or did you ask
trap
them
you in
to?
there, or what happened? It's like when I first moved down this way, my neighbor was very strange. Very strange. He was constantly just coming over and
Complimenting
chatting
your
and
clothing.
complimenting me. And the worst of it, though, is he mentioned that he figured out my morning routine when I would leave and things like that, and made a comment about he thought maybe he'd come out one morning while I was leaving for work, but he didn't have any clothes on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Buck naked? Did you report it?
No. He said he thought about coming out.
Oh.
No, he told me after the fact. He's like, I thought about coming out while you were leaving for work, but I didn't have any clothes on.
And he was
I like to
wondering.
sleep naked.
So he's waiting to see if you said, oh, you should have done it.
I know. He was trying to gauge my reaction.
So speaking of, there's this one. When it rains, he rushes out onto his front yard and starts stripping off all his clothes and then stands there naked with this look of pure unadulterated bliss on his face. I didn't know my neighbors could see me. So. This woman says her next door neighbor lost her first husband and built a backyard shed. Lost her second husband and built a second shed. Mows his lawn at bizarre hours. Who doesn't? Yeah. Like 3 a.m. equipped with a headlamp and noise-canceling headphones.
Okay, that's illegal, isn't it, technically, because of noise ordinances?
Noise ordinances. Is vacuuming your lawn and driveway count? This one woman, this guy says the next door neighbor, she vacuums her lawn and her driveway.
Okay.
One way to clean it.
There's a meme of that where it's like when your neighbors is outside fighting, and it shows the person like cleaning outside the house, and they're like vacuuming the grass, just trying to be nosy, rubbernecking. I have an idea.
Uh-oh. Is that what the smell is?
No. So it's kind of a podcast idea.
Okay.
The audio that we have there's a way through OBS to record what we're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
What if we took this and put it? How many times have we been like, man, that would have been so funny if people could have heard that, man.
Very rarely, I feel like.
Really? Really? I think it could be interesting.
See, to me, there's extremes in the podcast world. There's overproduction.
Mm-hmm.
And there's different types. There's such a wide genre in podcasts. So there's produced scripted podcasts where they sound like actual audio theater. It's like the old radio theater days, with sound effects and scripts and everything. There are true life documentary podcasts. And even within those, they can follow a big gamut of even those documentaries that sound like they're off the cuff and very organic, and they have people on talking and stuff. But then there's the others that tell stories that feel very produced. And then there are the podcasts where it's just a couple of guys and the microphone just happens to be on, and they're just cracking jokes and being stupid. And there's very, very little production value. And I feel that most of those, which for some reason seem to be very, very popular, but most of those to me sound awful. And I would be
better microphone.
Very, but I would be very worried about it being that. It's not the microphones I'm worried about. It's the content, and the big auditory gaps. I guess we could go through and edit it. I'm all for that.
We could edit that out. I mean,
We could do
I
a
feel
morning
like we
kicks
have so
behind the
much-
scenes.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that happens off mic,
Not all
Or
good.
off air,
Not all
but-
good. But it would be a lot more.
We're gonna go right now, I think.
I feel like it would be, like this. We're going to go right now. That would not. But I feel like it would be more of what the NBA is looking for.
Yeah.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 748.
Mostly cloudy skies today. A chance of showers in the afternoon with highs in the low 70s. It's 51 in Joplin.
We've got to look at 4 states' news and weather in just 13 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we want to know the most boring fact about you.
623-1025. Make sure that it is the most boring fact before you tell us, because we will not accept the halfway boring fact about you or the second to the least most boring fact about you.
What about I have fingernails?
Is that the most boring fact,
I mean,
Jen?
it's pretty boring.
Are they growing right now?
Yes.
That to me seems more boring.
Oh, that
My
they're
fingernails
growing.
are growing, yeah. So make sure it's the most boring fact and then tell us. You can also tell us on Facebook.
So how about we give away some free Simple Simon's Pizza with a $25 gift certificate?
I think that's a great idea, and that's why we've got the Morning KIX Challenge.
So we're going to do The Gambler today. And I don't know if you know this, but every song is truly out there just trying to be the gambler.
All songs want to be the gambler. It's common knowledge. It's science.
It's the pinnacle of song success,
Yes,
The
it's,
Gambler.
It's the penultimate musicality is The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. And all songs secretly want to be the gambler. In an effort to prove this to you, we have demonstrated this through the Gambler. What we do is we take a song, a current song,
right.
and we perform it over the Gambler to show you how well it fits the Gambler.
And then all you have to do is tell us which song we just performed as The Gambler, and then you're going to win that $25 gift certificate to Simple Simon's Pizza.
By the way, the answer is not The Gambler. So I know it would
We've gotten
seem
that
that
before.
way. Yeah. So 623-1025. Think about it. Tell us, what song are we performing on The Gambler? Listen. Hadn't had a good time since you know when.
Got talked into going out with hosts you were staying in.
I was feeling like myself
For the first time in a long time.
until I bumped
Into some of your
friends over there.
talking to mine.
Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind. Baby, without warning, I was doing all right, but just your sight had my heart storming. The moon went hiding, stars went shining. Rain was driving, thunder, lightning. You wrecked my whole world when you came and hit me like a hurricane. See?
It's perfect!
Told you it fits perfectly. So, what you have to do is tell us, what was the song we were performing over The Gambler and who was it by?
And you're going to win that $25 gift certificate to Simple Simon's Pizza.
From the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Get in the game. Hi there, Morning KIX. Who is this? Say it again. Denitra?
Denitra.
Denitra. Where are you from, Denitra? Denitra from Joplin, can you tell us what song we were performing with The Gambler?
Was it Hurricane by Luke Combs?
That's it! Right on, Denitra. Can I say that your name sounds like one of the bad guys in Star Wars?
Which one specifically, or does any of them?
It's the one that they play the music to, you know, when it comes up. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes Denitra.
Well, congratulations, Denitra. You've just won that $25 gift certificate at Simple Simon's Pizza.
Awesome. Thank you.
Just tell us who's the 4 states #1 for country. Denitra.
602.5.
Love making fun of people's names. And Denitra loves it too. Please don't use the force on me, okay?
All right, Denitra, how do we spell your name?
Dimitra.
Demetra. I was saying
My
Denitra. I am so
God.
sorry.
You're good.
Let's see. Oh, Demetra Summers?
Yes.
Haha, we have you in here. Let's see.
I like Denitra better.
Phone number still ends in 6439.
Great. Yes.
And are you still over on Ryan Miller?
Yes.
All right, so we have all of your information. You're ready to go. You can swing by and pick up your gift certificate Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We'll have her waiting on you.
All right. That's good. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the pizza.
Okay, let me see if I can fix this. Demetra from Joplin. That's not the only one.
I put in Zimmer Cares. You're good. Go.
Ready? All that.
Well, congratulations, Demetra. You've just won a $25 gift certificate to Simple Simon's Pizza.
Well, congratulations,
Demetra. Now it doesn't make any sense because Demetra's a normal name.
Good.
It is 30 seconds, so it started at 20.
So, yeah.
Liquor tasting. Liquor tasting. Liquor tasting. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
Wanting to know which song we were just performing on The Gambler.
Demetra from Joplin, can you tell us what song we were performing with the Gambler?
Was it Hurricane by Luke Combs?
That's it! Right on, Demetra. Can I say that your name sounds like one of the bad guys in Star Wars?
Which one specifically, or does any of them?
It's the one that they play the music to, when it comes up. Don, don,
Don,
don,
don,
don.
don,
Open up,
don.
here comes Demetra.
Well, congratulations, Demetra. You've just won a $25 gift certificate to Simple Simon's Pizza.
Awesome. Thank you.
Just tell us who's the 4 states #1 for country. Demetra.
KIX 102.5.
What's that?
I thought, I didn't realize you'd put another one in. And I'm like, oh no, I hit it too soon. I did my math wrong.
You did this thing. I was like, what are we doing with our hands?
So, my daughter's son is autistic, and he does this when he gets excited.
Mm-hmm.
Or this. He'll also do this.
Jimmy says, I called and no one answered.
Ha. That's because we knew it was you, Jimmy.
No. Morning, Kathy. Megan wants to start her own podcast. Your podcast would be great, Megan.
So here's a question. Would we include the breaks?
Why not?
Because it's just the Morning KIX extra all over again. Commercials, everything, weather, all of that. What would you eliminate? And you got to think about your audience, not about you or us.
Mm-hmm.
What would they care about?
Probably just this right here, then, I guess. Cut out commercials. Cut out actual breaks.
How much of what we're actually talking about right here is relevant to those breaks, though?
Hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not.
Would there be a lot of content that would be like, what are they talking about?
Maybe, but there's a
because
lot
of
of
that?
times we're having conversations that have nothing to do.
Yeah, I agree. They have
I mean,
nothing
we bring
to do
a
with
lot of
what's going on
outside
there.
content to this. Tomorrow's the day. It's your craft show, right? At Elks Lodge?
Yeah, which I'm against this from the get-go, Kathy. I think crap
I have it on my
shows ought to be
calendar.
outlawed.
Craft.
I don't know. I think it's a crap show. So people are going to be showing their crap to everybody. It's going to be little piles everywhere and tablefuls of
gosh.
crap. And
Anyway,
you
Kathy,
can buy other people's crap.
didn't you say that I should check out Dragon's Blood?
Don't get it on your hands, though.
It's a smell. I'm wanting to get like candles or incense or something for the new house, Really break it in.
We're not always on topic in all the places. No, most of the time we are not. Like
That
right
was
here.
very well spoken. I don't know.
I feel like it would be a demonstrable a demonstration of what I was talking about, the extremes of the production value. Morning KIX Challenge being very produced,
Mhm.
this having absolutely no production value whatsoever.
Right. Some of my favorite podcasts are this way, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Ladies and Tangents, one of my favorites, and all they do is sit and talk.
To me, I don't get that. I mean, if I'm...
It's like you hanging out with your friends, just hanging out talking.
I'm not part of the conversation, which annoys me in those situations.
Maybe. I mean, you could still...
I've listened to a lot of them. I've tried to get engaged with them, and for the most part, there's been a couple... trying to think of the ones that I follow. There's one in particular, and I don't think I have it anymore because I used to have a podcast app that I kept on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I got rid of that.
Basement Yard is another one that I really like. Have a great day, Kathy.
Where do I see mine? It's been so long since I've listened to.
Depends where you're at. I mean, you look at My Favorite Murder. That's another one. It has like an intro song and stuff, but it doesn't have. It's just them talking.
Yeah. So the Lovecraft Investigations is one that I have followed. And which season are we into? Season 4, I think. My wife and I both have listened to these, and we really like these that are movies or TV shows that you don't have to watch. You know, that's pretty much what they are. And that's what this one is. It's done by the BBC, and it's about what they've done is they've taken all this popular urban legends and written them as if it's a documentary that these people are studying these. And so they have audio of them going into caves and witnessing aliens and witchcraft and occult.
Yeah.
There's some of those that are so believable that you're like, did this really happen? Because they're using parts of urban legend that we've all heard of and stuff, and they are really closely connecting it with factual events or sightings or things that may or may not have happened. Where is... Park After Dark is one that I've listened to. Can't remember. Tides of History I really like. That's just a guy sitting talking about historical events in history. It's but rather than like it being a documentary format, it's him almost like a history lecture, but not. He's describing things that happened, talking about them, but it's just one guy. History of England. Dang it, I cannot find that one. These 3 guys, I think they're brothers. 2 of them are brothers. And they just, my brother, and me. That's it.
Okay.
And I mean, them, and it's one of those conversation types, but there is clear direction, not just rambling. I hate just rambling. When they get on, they think they're interesting enough to. I think it's the extreme form of hubris of our society. It's a lot like social media. It really is. I think podcasts, a lot of these conversation podcasts are a lot like social media. I am this interesting, therefore I deserve an audience, you know, that kind of thing.
So maybe that will not force us. Maybe that'll encourage us to really bring some different content to the table during this time.
Possibly.
You know?
Which I don't like that idea either. I don't think you people deserve it.
That's rude.
But true.
Here we go, 15 seconds.
Sarah Evans' podcast, Megan said she started yesterday. Is it any good, Megan?
Mostly cloudy skies today, then a chance of showers with highs in the low 70s. A slight chance of storms tonight, then partly cloudy skies, a low near 35. Sunshine in upper 50s for Saturday. Breezy, cloudy, maybe some rain Sunday afternoon with a high near 63. And still a chance of showers for Monday. Windy as well with highs nearing 65.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing some clouds over the 4 states.
50 in Seneca, 46 in Pittsburgh, 50 in Joplin. They get signed up for severe weather alerts. Head to the KIX app. So we're talking today about the most dull and boring fact about you.
What is your most boring fact? Now, you don't win the prize unless it is the most boring fact.
Like, I made the point that I have fingernails, but you made it even more boring by saying, well, are they growing? And yes. So the most boring fact about me, I think, is that my fingernails are growing.
Leave it to me to make it more boring. That's what you're saying,
That's what
right?
Randy
Yeah,
does. All right, you bet.
623-1025 to text or tell us your most boring fact.
Here's Darius Rucker.
On the 4 states, number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5. You okay?
So,
You good?
I Victorville.
You Victorville.
Yeah. I'm like, where are we? What time is it? I thought it was 20 after. I'm like, well, then no, you wouldn't be introducing a song, you idiot. So all of that happened right there in those few seconds.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
And I think in some ways we do, because we'll like go through our prep and bring different stories to
Yeah.
the conversation and things.
Like talking a while ago about the crazy neighbor and, we were talking about the crossbow recall and stuff. We do, but I don't know if we do enough of that.
And maybe that's a pointed thing we could work on.
Well, and then when we think about what are the good things that happen in this environment, are those good things? Is that what we really, really celebrate? I don't feel like it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are filler that we do.
Sure.
I think the good things are the organic things that happen in conversation, like Victorville and stuff, but I mean, really, really get outside of your ego and say, what is entertaining about this? What is actually watchable, listenable?
Yeah.
In this.
Well, you guys are watching it. What do you think? And don't
I know
feel like you got to pussyfoot around. Just
people like the casual conversation. I agree, yes, but how much of that will convey or carry itself to? And I think there is something contagious about the casual conversation that happens between you and me, and even the chats.
Yeah.
But how much of that will carry itself? There's got to be an entertainment factor. There's got to be a direction or something to require people to give up of their time, give up of their attention. Otherwise, people would just go sit behind people at the park and stuff, and eavesdrop. And
that's a little weird.
I mean, usually we grab onto these stories, these things that we utilize during the show in the hope that they will grow into a conversation.
Right.
But I think 90% of the time they don't. It's other things that we're talking about, things out of our lives, things, like me talking about the whole smart things conversation about cell phones or my guitars or the history thing about the Oreo cookie, or whatever.
Who do we have on right now?
Nobody.
Nobody. Pretty much, yeah. I think it's Megan and Jimmy. So, I don't know. It's a thought. And maybe it's not, maybe it wouldn't work too, because we'll be having these conversations, but also interacting with the chat, and they're not going to get that because they're only going to be audible.
Well, I don't know. We usually, I think we could do the interaction with the chat, because when we do, we say, Megan says, and then we say what she said, and then we respond to it. We rarely just say, yeah, I know, to whatever.
Right.
We clarify what we're talking about. We do a pretty good job of that. And that's because we do realize that not everybody's reading along with us.
Mm-hmm. I put it on and clean. I'm not picky.
I say do this. We can record it. I can record just the audio.
Mm-hmm.
It'll do that. And go through and edit it, and let's listen to it. See what it comes out like.
And be honest.
Yeah.
If it's not.
I would totally be honest about it.
If it's confusing or not worth listening to.
Out there that misrepresents or does not put us in a good light, I would be like, no, it would have to not just, you don't have any worry about me being honest. I will be brutally honest about those things.
Yeah. So maybe we just Monday start recording it and see what happens.
Okay.
See if anything comes of it.
Maybe we only do it once a week rather than twice a week, or.
Yeah.
And we could pull from multiple days, but I don't know that that's necessarily a thing. You would have to remind me. You would have to, because that's not something I feel like I could add to my plate and manage well. So would have to say, hey, start the recording, download the recording. Don't forget to get the recording, and do the recording. Randy, the recording.
The recording. Dag nabbit, Randy.
Watch your mouth. Dag nabbit, you.
What's a day that we don't typically have? Because Wednesday's podcast day, Friday's podcast day.
Monday or Tuesday?
Monday you schedule music. So are you going to want to add something to Monday?
Tuesday we could do it.
So Tuesday, I think.
But we could record Monday and Tuesday so that, and here's the problem. I think there could be some days, as we know, where we run out of content or it's just not happening. There's a lot of time where it's just not happening in here in the behind the scenes. And maybe you could pull from both of those days.
Mm-hmm.
And it might even be interesting. It might even be kind of cool to say, all right, get ready. We got 4 seconds, and maybe do the intro is an explanation of what's happening. So this is behind the scenes morning kicks. We've discovered that oftentimes some of the more, I wouldn't say more interesting, there's some pretty interesting conversations that happen off the air.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, that's our whole live video show. And we decided to make this available because a lot of people say it's the conversations. Definitely not watching us. So make that available.
Yeah.
And even say, so oftentimes you'll hear us getting ready to go on the air and going on the air. And then maybe we edit those parts down too.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I don't know. Or maybe we don't include it at all.
I think we'll need to listen and
Cause for one thing,
see what sounds right.
A lot of the production value that is part of the on-air pod, Morning Kicks Extra and everything will not be in this.
Right.
Music beds, songs, other things. You guys get to hear the song parodies, some of the production elements used in contesting and things like that, bits, but nothing else. Very rarely will we include music beds in what you're hearing.
At 13 seconds.
Interesting idea. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen, 8:11.
A chance of rain today, late in the afternoon, highs in the low 70s. It's 50 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 15 minutes, tell you what it's going to be like over the weekend.
But we're talking about the most boring fact about you.
What is your absolutely most boring fact?
You can call or text to tell us at 623-1025.
Here's Mitchell Timpenny.
Truth about you.
This ain't the most boring fact. That's the truth.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. I don't think we'd include the 8 o'clock hour.
Jimmy says, I think we've heard it all.
So don't want to hear it again.
So don't do it?
Don't do it, yeah.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Megan says, give it a try. If you don't so well, trash it.
Yeah. I'd say go through it. We may get done with it and say, hey, this is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be all of the interesting parts of what we do in here, both of them, and put together there might be a high level of production value in that once it's done.
Maybe.
I don't know. Some of it I think is hubris too, though. I'm really, really, really cautious of that.
A lot of my favorite podcasts are the ones where it's just two people having a good time talking. And I think that's a lot of what we do
But
on
that's
air,
just
of course.
it. We
but
don't have a good time. I mean, it's miserable. I really hate having to talk
remember
to you.
that time you left me out in the woods? Jimmy says maybe. Okay, so Jimmy's on the no side. Megan says
She's already put in her community service watching. She's not going to go back and listen.
mm-hmm.
There are a few people, I mean, Aunt Linda, that one guy in prison, that go back and watch these videos after the fact, which blows my mind. I mean, I'm like, how sad. But so maybe there is a market audience for that. I don't know.
I mean, how many times have we been on Twitter and we're like, oh, someone's watching one of our old live streams right now?
We're like, how scary is that? How sad is your life?
No. So for the people who can't tune in and they don't want to sit through a whole video or whatever.
That's most of those. They're like, well, I wasn't able to be on in the morning and I wanted to see what happened, you know, or I was doing something later in the evening and wanted that conversation going in the background, you know, so I didn't feel so by myself.
Right.
Get that. That's, I really think, why most people do the live video. People, I think it's either one of two groups. People who don't have jobs or they're stay-at-home people for whatever reason. And then it's other people who have an extended time of getting ready in the morning.
Yeah.
And those are the people who watch the live video.
Jimmy says, I give you 10 hours a week and more. How sad.
Yeah.
That's
right?
not sad, Jimmy.
It really is.
No, it's
though.
not. Thank you for that.
Oh, let me know if you've had email issues in the last 24 hours. We've had some messages that our emails have been blocked.
I haven't.
Oh, goodness.
What?
Okay, so I cannot announce this. Okay, so there is a big concert coming to a venue that we've asked to be a part of. This will be. I can't. I'm not going to say anything.
You
I'm
can't.
not. But I will tell you, this will be the concert of the year.
Don't say anything.
I'm not going
Don't
to.
mess this up, please.
This is my first year in radio, so it will be the one that everybody wants. So I'm going to push for. I'm trying to remember the last.
$1 million.
The last time this concert did a promotion, they did 15 pair.
Do it. Larry the Cable Guy with Ario Speedwagon.
No, it will be huge.
Huge.
Oh my goodness. So the announcement will be happening on April 1st.
Oh my gosh, that's such a long time to wait.
It's like a week, Jen. It's a week from Monday.
That's a long time to wait.
And they go on sale Friday, April 5th. But they're not allowing anyone to announce anything about who it might be or anything, or even where. We can't even say where. But until April 1st. April Fools! It'd be awful.
That'd be terrible. Are we doing anything for
brain's
April Fool's
working.
Day?
No, they usually
You and I.
ban that.
Oh, really?
We
Even
do
if it was like,
anyways.
I'm Randy and you're Jen or something?
Yeah, that's been done. I wouldn't want to do it unless it's really creative. and believable.
Megan says this better not be a joke. All right, here we
Or
go.
are they going to be in concert? We could do that all day long. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 818.
Mostly cloudy skies today with a late afternoon chance of showers. Highs nearing 70. It's 50 in Joplin.
We're talking today about your most boring fact.
Yeah, what's the most boring fact about you?
About me? I don't have any boring facts.
Oh, please, Randy.
Oh, my goodness. I'm biting my finger right now. There, that's pretty.
That's pretty boring.
Yeah, thank you for that. 623-1025. What is your most boring fact?
I'm from Arkansas.
Hey, hey, hey.
Woo.
Hey. All right, what's your most boring fact?
I am 5'2".
Yes, there you go.
Less than 5'2".
Yeah, I'm less than interested.
What's your most boring fact?
They're live every morning from 7 to 9.
What? Wait, that's not boring.
Yeah, that's not even about you.
That's the interesting fact in your life.
Yeah, tell
No,
us the most
it's
boring
not.
fact about you.
You know what? You're fired.
Okay, I'm fired.
What kind of promotion is that?
What's the most boring fact about you?
I am a 42-year-old paraplegic married with 10 children,
Whoa.
and all I do is stay on my phone.
If you've got 10 children, I'm pretty sure that's not all you do all day
Randy?
long. Well, that's not a boring fact.
That's not a boring fact
I
at
would
all.
say that is the opposite of a boring fact right there. Everything he just said was like super interesting.
What do you think is the most boring fact about you?
And make sure it's the most boring fact
It's got to
before
be
you tell
super
us.
boring,
Yeah.
not even a little boring, super boring.
Or you don't get your money back.
623-1025 to call or text.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country. That was weird.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do. Once you get them, you're kind of like, okay.
Yes, that was Megan that called.
Yeah. Proof that we keep everything when you call us.
It was someone that has no job, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to make sure that we do that ask. That would be huge to be able to do that many tickets for it.
That would be amazing.
I love the listen all day, every day this week, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
It really sounds like we're giving away all the tickets.
Yeah.
So if we do that, I'm looking. I don't know. I figure they will want to do it that week.
I'm guessing.
Man, guys, we have so many concert tickets. I mean, that'll be 2 weeks next month, every week in the month of May, and 2 weeks in June.
So how many weeks? 8 weeks?
1, 2, 3.
No, we cannot give you a hint.
No hints.
Absolutely not
1,
on this one.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it'd be 8 weeks of concert ticket giveaways. Not all in a row. 6 of them are in a row, and then 2 of them are outside. 7 of them are in a row, and then one is outside of that.
Okay.
But I mean, this is big.
Mm-hmm.
I would have never expected to have gotten the opportunity to get tickets to this show.
So I had a crazy dream last night.
Oh, boy.
That, the phone's ringing.
Hi there, Morning Kicks. What is the most boring fact about you? That you like Garth Brooks?
How you doing, Dustin? You have big plans this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going out with Alicia. What are you guys going to do?
Big plans with Alicia. Are you going to elope? He didn't know. Maybe.
You guys going to go see a movie or something?
You're going to go see a movie or
Yeah, that
something
sounds like
that.
fun.
Scrape up roadkill.
Ew, Randy.
I'm just suggestions. These are all options.
Don't do that. That's gross. What can we do for you this morning? All
He
right.
wants to hear Garth, Jen.
Oh.
Let the man hear Garth.
Are you sure Garth's the one you want to hear?
Do you like the new Garth song, him and Ronnie Dunn? Rodeo Man? Yeah, he
Can we
likes
play that one
programming.
for you?
We can do that.
All right, we can do that. Have a good one, Dustin.
Later, Dustin.
Your
If
face.
everybody only reacted like Dustin does. And he doesn't even listen. So, biggest fan, but doesn't
Victorville. Victorville.
listen. Victorville.
Oh my gosh. I was just so tickled.
I knew the day was not going to go well.
Oh, by the way, there's not going to be a podcast today because we are going to Columbus
suck.
here in just a little bit.
Did I EOM everything?
I should have voice tracked yesterday. I was not smart.
Well, you've never made that claim. I don't think anybody's ever suspected
Okay.
that.
Thank you, Randy.
I'm trying to be supportive.
That's what we're calling it. At least you did the EOM on weather today.
Kids. Yeah, but we've realized that's not really necessary.
Did you see the bottom of this bag, what it says right here in the corner?
Don't look at bottom.
It
Brett James has proved that many times.
says gluten-free
Gluten-free.
right there.
Yeah. You know why they put it at the bottom of the bag? Because it's the least most important detail.
What's the most boring fact about you? I can't eat gluten.
Yeah, really it is.
Megan says BRB.
Bigger, Jimmy. Bigger
We're
than
not-
Garth.
You're going to get us in trouble. No,
I am not saying
we're not
anything.
talking. We're done.
I will say it's bigger than Garth. That does not give away anything because that's a subjective thing. But bigger.
Anyway, in my dream last night, people were trying to kidnap my children. It was terrifying.
What fun.
So we had to keep moving locations
That's a hoot.
to hide them. I don't know why I was having such a terrible dream, but
For some reason, boy, I can't, Jimmy. You're right. For some reason, dreams are the most interesting thing that happens to you in a 24-hour period that
Like the
bores
most boring
everyone
thing.
else to tears. No one else cares because they cannot relate to the level of experience that you had within them. And so one of the most painful things is sitting listening to someone recite their dreams to you. My daughter, she used to go through this. So I had a dream last night, and I'd be like, oh, dear Lord, please take me now. And she would go into this very detailed 2.5 hour long description of every minutia of her dream. And I oftentimes would just, tie a noose off to a rafter and hang from
Randy.
it. Well,
Welcome back, Megan.
so we just told everyone who the artist was, Megan. I wish there was a way to tie in something for April Fools that would not be negative to the venue and to the event. I can't think of a way to do that yet. They don't have any information up about this show at all yet. So it's still very, very hush-hush.
Are we
venue.
meeting them at the Columbus Square or at the school?
Square.
Okay.
She doesn't teach anymore, so she wouldn't be down there.
We were at the school last year, though.
For the trichathon, this is a walkathon that we're doing. This is the first year this has happened. The trichathon was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she still does that with the school kids. And the mathathon, which I don't know if she's doing that this year or not.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think searching the venues will give you any information about this show because it's literally not anywhere on the internet yet.
Getaway to week.
Now, what really, really annoys me is when they swear you to secrecy like this and then they go ahead and release it early. Makes me so mad.
Well, they wouldn't be the one to say it. It's theirs.
Yeah. Which, by the way, So I was just showing her some information that concerns the upcoming concert we were talking
about. All right.
Jimmy said she saw the trike one yesterday on TV,
Oh, cool. They had the
local TV.
local TV there.
You watch local TV, Jimmy? It's mind-blowing to me. I was like, who watches local television? You have an antenna?
She watches the news. You're all gonna hot place. You know what I'm saying?
That's just beautiful, Jen.
Thank you.
Are you taking the van or the vehicle, I mean?
I was thinking about it, yeah. Are you taking your vehicle?
Figured.
Okay.
Tiffany says I sit at home all day. That must be boring there, Tiffany.
Where did Tiffany say that?
On our top on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook. I was like, Tiffany hasn't responded in the chat for a minute.
She had enough of that crap. Oh. Ben Folds divorce 5. Got divorced again.
How is Columbus 45 minutes away? It's only 28 miles away.
Us at Kansas. We have to drive through 400 town detours.
Oh, we're not taking the highway, are we, either? Are we going through Galena,
No, we're
Galena
going
and
through the
Riverton
woods.
again?
What? No.
We're going up toward
Well, you can if you want to.
We're
I go
doing
through Carl Junction.
that way.
Yeah, that's the way I go. Which, speaking of, I need to do.
I've been on the website trying to memorize everything so it'd be easier to find the hint.
Okay. Let's see. I'm downloading Weekend Watch List. They say Palm Royal is out on Apple TV. I didn't like that show. I think it's all right.
Sounds like an alcohol. Palm Royale.
There's a lot better stuff to watch on television.
Crazy's beautiful.
None of it's good,
to
but
me.
better than that. It's just not that great.
Kabashka, bashka, bika, 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 bika.
Wow, that's accurate.
Thank you.
Wakindalist?
Reminds me. Okay. Oh my gosh. She cray cray. I don't need to eat one of these. We're going to do a seg here in 15 seconds. No. Did you finish your bag?
Like 5 minutes before Jan left.
You ready? 5 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to know the most boring fact about you?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Nate Smith.
On KIX 102.5.
So
Hey, shout out to the folks watching on Twitter and Twitch this morning. Hello.
Yeah, the documentary Stormy comes out this weekend on Netflix.
Like Stormy?
Like Stormy Daniels, Stormy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Stormy.
Porn star, Stormy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, come on. Facebook.
Mm.
Next, we're going to schedule it to go live at what time?
2.
They're hiding schedule. There it is. You actually have to scroll back up once you load that new page.
Annoying.
2:54 p.m. Although it will be live on the website in just a moment. We also have an X-Men Disney cartoon. It looks stupid. It looks like out of the 80s.
Ooh.
That kind of animation.
Mm-hmm. Got 1 minute.
You have 1 minute.
Correct. Is it true that if you take a little tea light candle and put it in a bunch of coffee beans and light the candle, it'll smell like coffee in your house?
I've never heard that. Sense. Also, if you set coffee on fire and throw it all over children running around playing, that it'll smell like coffee in your house too.
Wow.
Yep. Facts.
All right. 12 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Clouds today, maybe some rain in the afternoon with highs in the low 70s. It's 50 in Joplin.
And we're talking about the most boring fact about you.
Yeah, what's the most boring fact about you?
Hi, I am a stay-at-home housewife who is disabled. My husband works night shift, and I have OCD. I love lists. I am a very boring person.
I about went to sleep while you were telling me that. If it hadn't been for the OCD part, I think I would see that I think disqualifies it because that last part there was kind of interesting.
That's true. It can't be interesting at all. It's got to be super boring.
Yeah, what's the most boring fact about you?
I am so boring in the morning, but not yawn.
Yeah, you're even boring me a little bit right now.
Yeah, me too. What is the most boring fact about you, Karen?
I crochet.
Karen, I'm glad that's a boring fact and not an interesting one about you.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. I enjoy it, and then I give it away.
Because who wants to keep that stuff, right?
Well, they're gifts.
Oh, sure they are, Karen, yeah.
To little babies, mostly.
Yeah, I mean, because they can't fight back.
That's right.
They don't have a say in the matter.
What's the most boring fact about you? You can call or text to tell us at 631-1025.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Jeez. Hey, there's a mistake on the calendar.
What is that?
April 12th. Go look at the topic.
Let me finish this first. Will you, Jen? Oh, dang it. Where? Yes, I forgot to switch those out. That. So there's I'll have to look. We'll have to look at last year's, but there's a lot of confusion because of the holiday switch up thing from it being leap year.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could just do it again. That would be pretty boring. Get it out, Jen.
Morning, Becky. Tiffany, wow, did y'all get a recording of me? I, too, am a stay-at-home mom and love Liz, too. I am not a stay-at-home mom, but I also love Liz.
I am a stay-at-home mom.
I know. We got to do the bowl of Jell-O and trumpet thing. I just got to go to Wichita and get it.
Ain't gonna do it.
It's been I haven't been to Wichita in a hot minute.
Why would you?
That's my hometown. My dad still lives there. I think the last time I was there is when my dad got his knee replaced, and so me and the kids went to stay with him for a couple of days to help him out. And he was constantly falling asleep on the couch. That poor tired man.
Life has finally caught up with him.
He can finally put his feet up and relax. He used to get on to Kyle a little bit. When I started doing morning show radio again, Kyle made a mention that we were up until like 9:30 or 10 one night. And my dad was like, oh, no, you don't need to keep her up that late. She needs to be getting her sleep. I was like, I'm grown, Father. But thank you.
Okay, weekend watch list is up on the website now.
Oh, boy.
Through and fix the calendar issue.
I run too fast or too slow.
Very.
That is confusing, running too fast and too slow all at the same time.
Wow. Yeah, I can see what I did here.
Do you see? Oh, I just remember that. Oh, bless.
I feel like we did this.
Which one?
So confusing when we got two different schedules.
Yes.
Yep, sure did. How did we do that March 10th and this is April?
Is it all goofed?
Yeah, it's so good. Oh, I know why.
Is it good now? I want a black bomber jacket like that.
Okay, get you one. Isn't this a members only jacket? Not a bomber?
I'm pretty sure that style is bomber.
I think they confuse that. Bomber to me has to have like military stuff on it, like multiple pockets, zippers on the sleeves and stuff, and not be the nylon-y.
That's what they call bomber jackets now, though. What you got on?
To me, this is more like members only.
Mm-hmm.
But to really be members only, it needs that little pocket here.
You can say you've had that one for a long time.
No, I bought this. I had one that had that maroon silk lining and stuff, and I liked that one. It was a lot nicer, and it wasn't the nylon. It felt soft.
Yeah.
Not slick like this one. But it didn't fit right. And when I try to pull the sleeves up on it, which I'm not even doing with this one, it would cut off the circulation in my hands. And I would have these like big bulge here from veins and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, really cut off circulation. So I got this one at H&M for like $10, you know, so they're super cheap. Jen's had it with you people. Okay, I am planning out April, some parts of April, which is really difficult because Easter is on a different week. Everything's off by like a week. Should not be a thing. We should be caught back up with ourselves now. But it is not. And so I'm missing something somewhere. How is that a thing? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so much screwed up about this whole month. I'm missing a whole week. And we added a day this year. I don't know. I don't know how to resolve that. Nature. Just doing the phone topics right now. We'll come back and do content later. Show off injuries. Such a mess. Everything is a mess. I think this would be a lot easier than it is. So I'm looking at March of last year. We start off with what's the thing that the two of you can't do together, which we did. That's the first week, last week of February. And then got fired stories, should have been fired stories. That's the second week, first full week of March. And then kid haircuts. And then what you always want more of, that's the week of the 20th last year and the week of the 18th this year. And then unfinished guy projects the last week. And then the next week, spoiled pets, the first week of April, but last year, first full week of April. The next one's show-off injuries on the week of the 10th. Oh, it's because April 1st falls on a Monday. So that becomes the second week of April when it was the third week last year. Math! Tiffany, you got to see Roadhouse? So I saw an ad for it. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but she said it was pretty funny. Who's in it? Hold on, let me look this up because I didn't even know it was out yet. Jake Gyllenhaal, Conor McGregor, and Billy Magnuson. That's the big actors in this. Conor McGregor is in this.
40 seconds.
So Tiffany got to see the new version of Roadhouse and said it was pretty funny. She didn't even know there was an old version with Patrick Swayze. That's what we should have assigned you to watch this movie this weekend.
Isn't
Drop the ball there.
what's his face is in the new one?
Conor McGregor. Jake Gyllenhaal,
yeah.
Yeah. Conor McGregor is in this.
The wrestler or the fighter?
Yeah.
Not a wrestler. What's it about?
Well, it is a true story, by the way, based out of Nevada, Missouri.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Mostly cloudy skies today. A chance of showers in the afternoon with highs right around 70. It's 50 in Joplin.
And we've been talking about the most boring fact about you.
We're not talking about things that are slightly interesting, maybe interesting. It's got to be boring.
I mean, bored to tears boring.
Falling asleep.
What is your most boring fact?
I listen to Randy every morning.
That's not boring. That's the most exciting part of your day, honey. And that is really sad now that I think about it. We really got to get you a hobby.
What is your most boring fact?
Hey, it's Lindsay from California.
Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, so the most boring fact about me is I'm a registered dental assistant.
Well, there you go.
Cool.
Yeah, right on.
Right?
Go clean some teeth, Lindsay. That's not really boring, though.
I don't
And there's
think
the
so
fact
either.
she's going to school now to get her dental accreditation. Is that a thing?
Accreditation.
Accreditation.
What's your most boring fact?
I like to mow yards.
Well, would you come over and do mine maybe later this afternoon?
You know, this is actually a pretty good fact to know because the next time we need our lawns mowed, we
That's
can
right.
just give you a call and you can come do it.
Call her and let her do it.
I would.
I'd let you.
I would if I had a trailer.
Well, dang, go get a trailer.
Look at you, Randy Brooks, solving problems for everybody.
That's what I do. By the way, you don't mow a yard with a trailer. You use a lawnmower. That could be part of the problem there. You're supposed to use a mower, not a trailer. Trailers don't have blades on them, usually.
You huh?
Yeah. What's your most boring fact?
Are you ready for this?
I'm
Let's hear
bracing.
it.
I have a belly button.
Oh!
Oh
my gosh! Oh, that's a winner right there. Boring. Be careful that it doesn't come undone on you.
What? That's not a thing.
Oh, it's a thing, Jen. Brace yourself.
What's the most boring fact about you?
You can text us at 623-1025.
Or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Victorville. Okay, I think we just
Victorville.
need to be done. All right, so on Monday, we're talking unfinished guy projects.
Yes. So
And
this
it's fair to-
Roadhouse movie, before we go, though, it only has 60% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
Yeah, the original story was about a war that went on between a bar in right around Nevada, and the town tried to shut it down and everything, and their battle with them, and the battle over the guy who owned the bar and the guy who ran it, or I don't know. It is loosely based on the story from out of Nevada. So, yeah. All right, so have a great weekend. By the way, if nobody gets the secret sound today, there will be an Easter egg hint on the website. It will be going live this evening.
Somewhere
on the website. So good luck and happy hunting. Goodwill Hunting.
Victorville.
On that note.
You didn't turn the video.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Bye.